future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com. Love, it's not always an easy thing, but when you find it, there's nothing like it. And Finding Cupid with David Cruz is here to help you do just that. It's a show where celebrity guests, singers, writers, and friends all come together to talk about one thing: love. Finding Cupid with David Cruz, only on ubnradio.com.
And good morning and welcome to Finding Cupid Radio. My name is David Cruz. Thank you so much for joining us on this awesome Sunday morning here, coming to you live from the Sunset Gower Studios here in Hollywood. First and foremost, I'd love to, of course, say good morning to my awesome co-hosts here in the studio, Matt Wall.
Hi.
Shawn Michael.
Hello.
And Davina and Adjani.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
How you doing?
What's going on?
I'd like to fully acknowledge that there's a few people that came rolling in this morning, and
What, is that me? Is that
I'm
what
just
you're
not
you.
pointing out anybody in the studio specifically.
I went to bed at 3 in the morning. Well, so okay, so my
Wait, did you go to bed though?
what do you mean? Yeah, I went to bed barely.
Did you, though?
So my girlfriend went to this Maxim party. They're all lame.
Oh,
whatever.
that's right.
So she went to this Maxim party. They all dressed. I'm going. So so she went to this Maxim party, and I was
First of all, you let your girlfriend go to a Maxim party.
Oh,
It's
I'm
all
not.
girls.
Is it?
Is
yeah,
it?
I
Yeah,
didn't.
it's all girls with their tits out.
Oh, perfect.
Is
Yeah.
it?
It is.
Then I missed a
Oh,
good party.
it is.
Then I missed a good party.
You missed
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
good
say.
party.
Yeah. Well, so I went out with my friends, which was fine.
Got
You guys
it.
saw the Instagrams. You saw the.
I did.
all the
I
craziness.
missed the
I did.
Shawn live stream
I
of
know.
what you were doing.
It was
He
a good
with
time.
a weird friend.
So your girlfriend goes to the
Maxim party.
Maxim party. What was she dressed like?
So she had a really sexy outfit on.
Was this
She-
a Halloween party?
Yeah, it was a costume Halloween party. She was dressed as a naughty schoolgirl, and
was
it
gonna
was.
say, it's
That's
either
original.
I
It's
know.
either naughty or a
Like
sexy
Britney
something.
Spears.
I'm
What's
sorry.
that?
So it's either naughty. That's the usual, like,
Yeah,
path
yeah,
is
yeah.
naughty, schoolgirl
Describe her
or
outfit, please.
sexy.
Yeah, it's weird because it's not this not usually what you would opt for.
Yeah.
She usually goes sort of very different, but she kind of wanted to try something more mainstream.
Got it.
And she looked fucking hot. I was like, damn.
Were you like, please don't go out, stay home? Role
Well,
playing?
no, I was like, just as long as you come back wearing that outfit, that's fine. Do whatever you want.
Awesome.
But she came back at 3 in the morning, and I was like fast asleep. And then I don't know if it's a thing with girls. You guys are. Well, some girls are just so loud when they come in and like get ready for bed.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know.
it's like
You have-
construction work is happening in
Shawn,
my bathroom.
Shawn, everyone comes home like that. You probably came home like that last night. And you didn't know
Probably.
because you were so wasted.
Probably.
I mean, show of hands, anyone listening or on the live stream here, who hasn't done that? So many times I come home and the next morning I'm like, dear God, there's a trail of like tears and clothes of where I started from coming home. So it's like shoes, pants, and it's like, how did I? And you piece together all the things, and you're like, wait, the microwave's half open. Fridge looks like a bear attacked it, and trust
know.
me, you were making just as much noise as she was.
Probably. So anyway, so now I'm here. 4 hours sleep, 5 hours sleep. It's good.
So you had
It's good.
fun.
Yeah.
Nap later.
Nap later.
Matt, you just drove in from Vegas.
I did. I got home at midnight.
Oh my god.
Just drove right over.
This is like your second trip to Vegas
Yeah.
in the last few weeks.
Yep.
You saw Britney, right?
I didn't.
What?
Well, you didn't.
Wasn't that the
I
whole
didn't
purpose
go.
in going?
Isn't
Nobody
that why
wanted
you
to
went?
go. We had ticket. Well, we were gonna buy tickets, and everyone's like, "Look, it's just why go? She doesn't really dance. She doesn't sing.
You
Wait,
are not with the right
So
my
people.
what does
God.
that mean if she doesn't dance or sing? What does she do?
I think she dances like this, and she's like,
She does-
"Oops, I
It's Britney.
did
It's hair-
it
You,
again."
you look like you're sedated.
It's hairography.
Exactly. I think she's sedated, and then they push her out there.
Do they use like
just
strings
goes
to
through the
move her?
motions.
Strings to move her
I
around.
think.
Listen, I'm okay
So-
with that. Just so you know,
My family was not okay with that. They're like, we need a performance. We need
Oh my
So who did you
God.
see?
top
Friggin'
caliber
Celine
talent.
Kennedy
Dion.
honors over there.
No.
We need 4
We have
stars.
Penn and
Stars.
Teller. Who did you see?
My brother-in-law wanted to see them, and
I
everyone
can't.
put a kibosh on
No.
that. No, we're not going to Penn and Teller. We can watch their special on television
Got it.
for free.
You're off.
Got it.
I don't get Britney. You don't get Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
Laying
No,
down
we
the
didn't
law.
see anything.
Davina, what was the adventures last night?
I went to bed at 9 o'clock.
What?
Because Friday I went out.
Oh, okay, so here's
Very
the story
hard.
goes.
I went
What'd
to
you do?
Chateau Marmont.
Okay,
Ah.
very LA
and
of you.
I know I'm an asshole.
You're so basic.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I had frosé at Chateau Marmont.
Oh God,
Frosé.
you
My
froze-
first frosé.
David likes frosé.
I love frosé.
It's so
We
good.
did that at the we did it at the
bird
at the
place?
birdcage last
Birdcage.
week. That you did not show up to.
I was sick.
All
I
right.
slept
Yeah.
12 hours. I was sick.
We tried to have a team outing or a
Okay.
team drinking outing, and Davina didn't show up.
No,
Well,
I
not
was
that we're
sick.
like crucifying you or anything, because you had a good excuse, but we frozeed without you, just so you know.
Wow. Thanks, you guys.
It was great.
So
That was
you
fun.
frozeed at Chateau.
I frosé at Chateau and went out till like 3 a.m. I don't even know what I did. There was like this model party, got like a bunch of gorgeous 19-year-old guys,
Yeah.
and me and my
Hey, they're
girlfriend is
legal.
also
What kind
a
of
mom.
parties do you go to that
I was
everybody's
so weird.
19 years
Sweet
old?
29 had it going on, and it wasn't just like
You
a
were, like,
room,
right
it
for the
was, like,
picking.
It was amazing.
Also, I'd like to go there.
yeah.
it was a good time.
That's why can we be
I've never
invited?
been there.
Text us to this the next time.
Yeah, next time I'll
And
let you guys know.
pictures.
Were they like, oh, you're so mature?
Sugar
No,
mama.
oh my god, no. Actually, it was actually quite fun for me because they were from Montreal,
Oh.
and I speak French,
Oh,
Yeah.
look at
and
you.
so
Oh,
I got
you
to
do?
like,
Ooh
oh
la la.
yeah,
This sounds like my kind of party.
I got to
I
like
know,
speak
keep
French
going.
with all these 19-year-old male models.
Enchanté. Yeah.
19-year-old male Canadian models.
Me in Canada,
Was there an
man.
ugly
I'm
one
telling
there?
you.
Jeez.
No,
Did they show you their Canadian ham?
Okay.
Did they show
I'm not
you their?
getting into Canada.
Did you show them your
Canadians love
moose
me.
knuckles?
I don't get why.
They do.
They love me. Trudeau owes me like a golden maple leaf
Wait, what?
for
Sorry.
the
because-
community service I've done for that country. Just saying.
Okay, sleeping with Canadians doesn't count as community service.
Oh, it
Because
does.
if that
Oh,
was the
it
case,
does.
I would have a fucking grandstand of medals
Is
to
that
show.
right?
I'm just saying.
Canada, it's so weird. I'm like a Canadian magnet. I used to be a Midwest magnet, and now it's Canada.
All the sexy places. You're really,
I know.
you're really
I do what I can.
attracting all of the quality. I like
North
it.
Carolina loves Davina.
Arkansas, here I come.
Cleveland.
Oh
love-
God. Well, Cleveland. Well, I'm not gonna
Excuse
say
me.
anything.
I don't know what to say.
My name is in all the bathrooms in Cleveland.
Oh my
Whatever.
god. Exactly. So sassy this morning.
Oh my goodness. Well, sounds like we all had fun, and it's only Sunday, so there's still at least 24 hours more to go. We have a really great show for everyone that is tuning in right now. Matt Seigel, who is a celebrity mixologist, he is here. We have a ton of questions to ask him because, you know, I think, like Shawn, I recently went to your house. We were talking about like stocking the bar, and I want to do that. I just don't know how to do it. To me, like putting just one of each alcohol is the correct thing to do, but I know that's wrong. So we'll ask him, what the right thing to do is. And also, he has a ton of stories to share with us, and we want to ask him some questions about things like how to get the bartender's attention. What's the wrong and right kind of drink to ask a bartender? I used to be told that the mojitos are like the worst thing to order from a bartender because it's very complicated. And if you're like rolling up with your girls and they're like, "Oh, I want 20,"
But it's also the
mojitos.
go-to because you have fresh breath when you have a mojito.
Okay, if you're thinking about how fresh your breath is,
Well, like,
go
'cause
to
of
the
the
bathroom,
mint.
tip the man $1, and
No,
they'll
I
give
know
you
a
gum.
lot of guy friends who will drink a mojito for their breath to be good.
That's also
Really?
still concerning to me.
Absolutely
Okay,
gay.
you know what?
You have a lot of gay friends. I like that.
I do what I
But
can.
Are they models?
Are they Canadian? Nope. they're
Oh
from-
my God. One night.
So we're going to ask all these
One night.
questions to Matt when he gets here. But before that, we love to do a fun thing on the show called Love It or Lose It, where we talk about all the news and the latest in dating, relationships, and love. So let's get right to it.
And now it's time for Love It or Lose It.
Oh yeah, it's the new one. I love
The
it.
new. So this is how it goes. We go through the latest in news of dating, love, and relationships. We'll go around the table and we'll ask everyone on the panel here, and everyone watching on our live stream at home can also chip in and put their comments in. Do you love it or do you lose it? And that's the only rules. Is everyone ready for today's Love It or Lose It?
I wonder if we should do an
Yes.
interactive one for people at home where they can click and then we can see the votes.
I would love that.
That's a lot. We can barely
That's a
get
lot
the show
of
started.
work.
I know, you guys. It's like this.
Also, that's asking Matt to pay attention.
Yeah,
to the
right.
live
I'm already looking bored over here, Samantha. So I'm
Yeah.
reading things.
All right, let's get started here. Everybody knows about the Mile High Club, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, believe it or not, an airline is encouraging hookups at 30,000 feet. Guess which airline? It's not a U.S.
Qantas.
one. Oh,
Virgin? It's
Okay.
not Virgin.
Well, it's either Qantas or Emirates because those
why
are
do you
both-
say those?
Because the flight attendants on both of those are hookers.
Good looking.
Wait, why do you say they're hookers?
Okay, they're
How do
not
you know?
hookers.
what?
Okay. So Emirates works at like all the tennis tournaments and they always have gorgeous model like flight attendants.
Uh-huh.
And
So they're
those
hookers if
m-
they're good looking.
Well, I've seen
Well, then
their
LA is one
flight
big
attendants
hooker.
in the shower with I caught a tennis player with a flight attendant from one of those airlines.
Where?
And
In-
they
in
were
the-
doing it in the
In
shower.
But how do you know they're a
shower, Shawn.
hooker? They're just
In
a
the
flight
shower.
attendant that got lucky.
Yeah, I don't think that's very. I think other
this-
airlines.
okay,
that
they
can
are
happen other
escorts.
airlines.
Still,
Air escorts.
Okay, I'm
air escorts.
Air escorts.
Ew, that sounds like.
Sounds like a really ugly
Hey, guess
skirt.
what? Your results training
She
got
kept
the air
going
escorts.
on.
I get the
and
escorts.
on about her $15,000 implants. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Those are nice.
For
Qantas,
her. Anywho,
Oh my goodness, I can't.
you're apparently going to be banned from Qantas. just
Apparently.
how do we
Yeah.
hook up in the sky?
Qantas unveiled the Boeing Dreamliner this week. Those are like billion-dollar planes. I
Really?
read
Yeah.
this recently. They're really expensive to make. And the new 787-9 comes with a bunch of fancy things like bigger seats, larger windows, and fewer greenhouse emissions. But there's also an unassuming feature that they have called Seat Chat. This is meant so that obviously if you see somebody that you know and if you know their seat number
See someone you like.
and you see
Not a
somebody-
friend. Not a coworker.
Or if you know the seat number, then you can just what?
then you can message them on
What?
the chair. So you
Virgin
can
America
IM.
does that.
That's creepy.
Yeah, there's a few airlines that
Yeah.
have it, but these guys are actually coming out and saying, let's connect everybody. So they're making it a little kitschy and really kind of taking it to the
Because
next
you
level.
That's kind of weird.
We talked about that place, that one where you can send drinks and stuff to someone.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can do that.
Yeah.
So you can just like bring your full stalker on the airlines, and you'll be afraid because you can't go anywhere.
And you're stuck for like 12 hours on the
yeah,
flight with them.
especially if it's in.
Shouldn't the airline model be 769 instead of the?
Oh,
Yes.
clever.
Wah, wah,
Oh.
Sean.
I'm bringing the dad jokes today.
This is. I don't
Dad
like this.
joke. What?
It's. I don't. First of all, I'd be sad if no one wanted to chat with me.
You're like, here I am.
I'm right
sitting
here.
at my seat, E12, just sitting down.
But if you ignore the person and then they keep walking by or they keep messaging you, they're near you.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
That's
it's like
odd.
it's
I
like being
had
in a
that.
bar that you can't leave for 12
can't
hours,
And having a stalker.
and the person is sending you drinks, and you're like, "Thanks."
It's like a very scary Jodie Foster
like
movie
it.
or something.
Yeah, it's a movie
Yeah.
now.
Seat chat.
I think
Message on a plane.
I think it's KLM. They have that, like, if you're single, you can put that down and what your likes are. And so then they'll
Shut
have you
up.
sit next to someone who has, like,
What?
similar, like, so that's, like, everyone's
We got
agreeing
travel
to that.
KLM.
That's
Yeah. 'Cause-
Have you ever, Davina,
Yeah.
had anyone hit on you on a plane?
Yes.
And
Actually, yeah, no, I had one guy keep messaging me on Virgin America because I fly to San Francisco all the
Yeah.
time. I kept declining it and he got really mad.
Yeah.
But I've met a couple people
How do you
on
know he
plane.
got mad?
Because
Oh,
he came
messaged.
after 45 minutes, came after me and goes, wow, really? Way to decline me and walked away. I was like,
Did you? Okay, but did you know what he looked like before that? What if it was like,
His line was creepy.
oh,
You know, I mean, it's already a creepy enough interaction. Don't make
Yeah.
it weird, you know? And then one other guy tried to make like a group chat, like with my seat and a couple other people.
wait, you can group chat that time?
Yeah, on Virgin America. It was like seat like 3A and 4A. Like
That's
all of
really
us. And we're like, what the
awkward.
hell? This guy needs new friends. So.
Something in this article, the woman who reviewed this
Yeah.
thing was like, "Great, now I have to look cute on planes." To which I say,
You should always look cute on
Duh.
planes.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Always.
quit slumming it. Put on some pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I like how you looked at
Yeah.
me, Matt, when you said
put on
that.
some freaking pants.
Speaker's not
to be
wearing
polite.
pants
That's
right
the
now.
thing. I hate when people look ugly on planes.
I think girls are the worst. I'm just gonna say it though, because they're like
Yeah.
straight up sweatpants,
Never.
like pillows.
This guy
I
wears
only
sweatpants.
see girls doing this. They bring a full pillow. and
Don't
like
wear
a
your
teddy
sweatpants
bear.
if you're gonna get a boner,
I've
right?
never seen a guy do that though.
No, never. I mean, if it's sweats, it's like cute Lululemons. You know, like
No.
little leggings. Have you seen guys react to Lululemons? Let me tell you, it works.
Have it.
You'd send a drink to that chair.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. If a girl wears Lululemon pants,
Yeah.
you know this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're gonna wear sweats, wear Lululemon.
Wear Lululemon. Wear expensive athletic wear.
Is
okay?
it about the expensive part or because they're tight?
Because it makes your ass look.
Exactly.
Depends if they
phenomenal.
lift?
They lift and
All right, guys.
Anyway.
we're gonna go around the table. Then we'll start with Matt. Love it or lose it.
I'm gonna lose it. I don't like it.
I'm losing it. No, I'm losing
Sean,
it. Lose it.
lose it as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Love it.
love it. Okay.
Typical.
I'm
You
I'm
never
so
know.
torn.
It'd be so cute.
Yeah.
Would you?
Well,
Would you be so bold? I probably wouldn't use it.
I think they're okay. Let's assume that it's gonna have the right amount of flirting and eye contact that happens. It could be a great way. So I think we're torn on this one. I'm gonna love it as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna Sorry,
'Cause I've
guys.
seen people get on a plane. I'm like, oh, they're cute, but then like you lose them. You know what I mean?
Do you love them or lose them?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I like
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Moving on.
Next.
Okay, so there is a new video game. Last week we talked about
Oh, I don't know what we talked
another
about.
Japanese company that did virtual reality weddings, remember?
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
guy
So-
married a
God.
cartoon.
Yeah, the guy married in the cartoon. So this week there is a new company that from Japan again that launched a video game, another video game called I Woke Up Next to You Again.
Okay.
So the video game is for people who don't want to experience, who have never experienced a one-night stand. They can experience it in this game. So I Woke Up Next to You. I know, it's even weirder because it explores the idea of a one-night stand that stretches into 2, then 3, and then addiction to the person.
Oh.
Davina, are you?
My God.
Did you
There
like
is
your
no
life?
Are you the
virtu-
inspiration for this app?
First of all, I have never had a one-time customer. Or, no, you know,
Oh!
visitor,
Who's the customer?
They always come back.
I'm sure they do.
Oh my God! But no,
Who's the
the rates are
escort
just
now?
right.
Oh my God!
my
I'm not
God.
awake yet. Anyway,
Just
I've
that
never
was
had a
incriminating
one-night
news.
stand.
Well, yeah, they're all customers, of course.
They've
I
always
hate
been-
you this
Matt
morning.
or Sean,
Oh my
they're
God.
2 3-night stands.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It comes in a package deal. Like, you
And
know,
you
you get a package. I like that.
Listen, it's okay for you to have a one-night stand.
right.
I've never been judgy about the one-night stand. I think
No,
it's important
I'm
for
not
everyone to have
judging,
them.
but I just never.
It's important.
It's
had-
important.
But I don't think a game
I
could
think so.
ever encompass having a one-night stand.
Do you have to wear like a mask or a virtual reality thing?
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
it? Is it a virtual
No.
reality thing?
So I Woke Up Next to You opens with you next to her or him
Yeah.
for the second time. As your character opens their eyes, you're greeted by the handsome or good-looking person. You fumble words, you try to sort out boundaries, and then you figure out where the two of you might go from there. Breakfast or call it a day.
What is it? A
Okay.
game on the computer? I'm
yeah,
I'm
it's a game.
confused.
It's a computer game. Yeah.
First
got
of
it,
all, the
Not
person's
VR.
not always there when you wake up. Second of
Where
all,
are
there is
they?
no game that will encompass like or explain the fear a woman has afterwards. Like, I have to go
Or
get
a
checked.
man.
Did we wear a condom? Like, oh my God, yeah.
Game
all
and
that.
experience that too. It's the same thing.
Well, yeah. So, well, there you go. So,
Do
but you
straight
guys
men
can't
care?
get pregnant.
Oh my God!
Do straight
Yes,
men
of
care?
course.
I don't know.
If I told you how many trips I had to make to the drugstore afterwards
For a pill?
For a flea dip.
for a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so this is funny because it says like, do you kick them out or do you keep them on? Do you keep that hard edge there, or do you two separate lives? Do you show some humanity or offer them breakfast? This is pretty funny. I don't know. I feel like games are getting like. First of all, who needs to experience that? Like
Nerds.
the awkwardness
Yeah.
of like, is it nerds?
Oh, because they're not getting this in real life.
Is that?
But that's a
what it
weird
is?
experience to experience. It's not like, ooh, have a one night stand. It's have the aftermath of a one night
Yeah,
stand.
it's like the worst part.
yeah,
of
it's
it.
like, ooh, let's see if we can get kicked in the nuts and see if we can get a make game out of that. Who wants to experience
I hate
that,
it.
guys?
You guys, I don't think life's awkward enough, so we're gonna make a game for you.
Yeah.
This is clearly a
that's
gaming website. And they put this out, and then I was reading some comments, and they're like, "What's with all the dating articles on this site recently?
my
Like
God.
people
There's one
stick
lonely
to the
person.
games, huh?
So maybe gamers are
Yeah.
challenged in that
They
world.
want this too.
They want
Let them have.
let them
the
have their
drama.
awkward
Got it.
one night stand.
That's fair.
All right. Well,
It's fair.
I'll start
Everybody
around.
deserves
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Davina,
Lose it.
love it.
Lose it.
Lose it.
Lose it, Shawn,
Lose it.
Matt.
I want no part of this.
Okay.
I want to
I'm not even gonna ask. All right, moving on. But just maybe to try once. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll try it once.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bring it on. I love to wake up in an awkward situation.
Did we murder somebody last night?
We died.
Oh, murder jokes. All right, guys. Next, so we're all familiar with these Uber exclusive dating apps and
Yeah.
websites that have launched, right? Have you heard of Raya? Raya's like
Yeah.
where all the celebrities go and like the super like uber rich go, and so you have to be, you have to apply. They have to vet you, and then you get a welcome email if you're let in. Some people never know for months, so it's this like weird. I had a few people that applied. Actually,
Did I apply?
No.
I think I wanted
you?
to. I think I put it on Facebook. Like,
we had
who
a
can help?
we had a celebrity guest here that is a singer that applied.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying the name, just
Yeah.
so you know.
Okay.
I'm
won't
trying
say
to
the name,
focus
too.
on not
Did
saying
he or
the
she
name.
get in?
He or she did get in,
Uh-huh.
and they. Oh God, I'm gonna mess this up so hard. I know.
But what happened?
But they didn't like it.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know.
Oh.
But they didn't
Well,
like that was
he
just-
or she doesn't like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
so
And Raya is one of them. Got it. Okay.
Raya's one of
Yeah.
them. All right, so and then there's also the league. The league not too long ago revamped their whole platform for it to be similar to this. And then these apps and websites also charge you, so that's also part of the thing. So Raya charges about $8 a month. The league charges $200 a year, so it's about $17 a month. And I assume that there's different levels in there as well. And then there's also the Inner Circle, which is about $25 a month. So it's pretty.
I was accepted.
Did you
Dude,
really?
You were-
Oh wait, that's right. You
Boom.
were.
Wow.
Unbeknownst to me, it's only for straight people. So a lot of girls are liking my picture.
Getting a lot of
Not like-
action.
Didn't you say that?
Not
Wasn't there?
liking it back. I don't even know how to I don't know how to turn it off.
You can't turn it off. Can't turn it
No. I emailed them. They're like, yeah, go to your settings.
But wait,
Like,
didn't you get invited to like a thing?
yeah, I got invited to a mixer.
Wait, when
Ooh.
is it?
Ooh.
Did it
Yeah.
come up or did it pass?
I think they also wanted you to pay to come.
Of course.
How much was it?
I hate paying to come. You was set up.
Not nothing you can say about Davina. you know?
Okay. I knew that was coming. I knew that was
No,
coming.
Sean, there is no slut shaming on this.
That's
show.
right. That's
Yeah.
no. I'm encouraging this behavior.
It was their anniversary party or something.
So
Like-
we passed. I would have
Yeah.
paid to go just
Hey,
just
come
to
to our
be like,
party.
in the jungle with my binoculars.
I was like, I don't think you want me there.
I would just go. Listen, we can do this as
It'd be
part
an
of like a
adventure.
fun experiment.
Mm.
So
It's
the next
true.
time there's
I'm
one,
sorry.
Can you pretend to be straight,
pretend
Matt?
to be straight.
I can't. I don't know
Gi-
how.
give me your best straight man voice. I want to hear it. Hey, dude.
Bourbon.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Bourbon.
Oh.
say whiskey.
What's that?
Oh God.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, so there's a new. I can't even talk.
I'm dying today.
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Oh my God. So there's a new.
Never
there's
said that
a-
word in my life.
You popped his bourbon cherry. Okay, so there's a new app or website called Social Concierge. It's $50 a month. This launched, Social Concierge launched in London in 2011, and then just this past February here in the United States in Manhattan. And so users don't have profiles, they don't swipe, and instead the app puts on a series of events. You have to get offline to chat is their tag thing here. So the crazy thing about this is that, well, I'll read a little bit more about it. Why can't I say the word? Social Concierge is targeted at young professionals in the corporate sector, predominantly in law and financial services. I don't know if that's like,
weird.
Sounds boring
Sounds
to me.
like something my mom would want me to go to.
It sounds like it's all dudes. I mean,
Yeah.
Sign me up.
My mom's signing me up.
40% of its members are internationals and 60% locals. Social Concierge also I can't, my alliteration today is
This
horrible.
thing.
Can pay about, they also have a matchmaking service, which is interesting. They can pay up to £200 an hour for an hour-long consultation.
200 pounds?
Pounds. Well, this is in London, I
Got
guess.
it.
So acceptance rate is 20%, though. So that's very interesting.
What's the criteria?
Be rich.
Be stuck up?
Be an asshole.
You have to be you have to be a douchey lawyer.
Or a financial guy.
Or a financial guy.
You know,
But you can make requests too, like I only want to meet people within this height range, this much money a year, this speaks this many languages, and then they'll try to find someone for you.
Oh, I see. How nice.
Oh my god.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Very interesting. So I want to open this up to the group, though. So first of all, I mean, do we think that these like exclusive like dating apps and websites are worth it? Are they worth the money?
You know, I've been on the league before, like a long time ago, like 3 years ago, and it was at the time when Bumble was really happening and Tinder was happening, and the league actually didn't do very well. So surprisingly,
I remember that.
I remember the quality of the matches was much higher. So like people had professional photographs, and everybody was better looking. Everybody had just a better career on average. So you can just tell people are more successful. But and I matched with a lot of people, but it never went anywhere. Like I've never met anybody off of it. For some reason, like they might be. I don't know. They might be fake. Or
Interesting.
I don't know why the engagement wasn't there, and now the league had to rebrand. Because I'm assuming my sort of feeling on it was right. Something went wrong, or people weren't adopting it. I don't know why.
Well,
They have
they're
to pay.
Yeah.
They're not into it.
Well, they're here, and it sounds like they're growing in popularity. So maybe people are just wanting to be more social, and it sounds like their events seem to be the driving experience that they're offering. So maybe people are just wanting like a better way to meet in person with
That's
with
kind of
more
cool,
quality
though.
people.
I have to say that it's kind of cool to have events.
It's like if Bumble said we're going to do events now, and this is all we do,
Right.
But more exclusively.
So it's kind of like matchmaking.
Yeah, a little bit, except lazier.
go.
Yeah, it's it's a little bit like what you guys used to do on Millionaire Matchmaker, where you have to throw like mixers.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely yes, but that's handpicked. This is just like anyone who comes in.
Oh, I see.
Don't confuse a matchmaker with what's going on here.
Okay, just make sure.
We're a little bit more
exclusive.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Come
somebody
on,
pays
Shawn.
us. Well, I'll do the circle then. Let's go around. I'll start with me. I am torn, but I like the idea of having more quality people in a smaller circle. So I'm gonna love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start there. Davina, love it or lose
I
it?
actually like it. I like that you have to meet
We
in
don't have
person.
like it. We
Okay,
have
love
love
it.
it or
I actually
lose it.
love it. I actually love it.
All right, 2 and 2. Yeah, Davina.
I like it. I don't like that it's so exclusive and it's very hoity-toity.
Yeah, I
So-
feel like the pool should be bigger,
Right.
and a little bit more diverse. That's
Yeah.
probably the best word.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
what color are the people? Like, how diverse am I getting?
They're
Because
Smurfs.
you know what I like.
I used
Oh.
to do. I know what you like.
Like a real dark pool.
He likes that sounds so gross. I can't even tell you.
I love it.
I love it. All right.
Yeah, hoity-toity. It's right up my alley.
I can't with you. All right, guys. Well, that's all we got for Love It or Lose It today. As always, for more information on dating, relationships, and the latest news, head to finding-cupid.com, where we have all of that for you on a weekly basis. Now we have our really amazing guest. We're going to finally get to him. And he's here in the studio today, so I'm going to have you switch seats.
I'm gonna
a
swear.
little.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little musical chairs.
Little musical chairs here. Davina, you and I were talking about Matt Seigel earlier.
Yes.
And this guy, first of all, is responsible for some of the best cocktail menus on the East and West Coast. So to have him here is pretty awesome.
He's bi-coastal.
He's bi-coastal, yes. So he's here. He's getting settled in here.
Hey.
Hey, Matt.
Hey guys, how are you?
Thanks for coming on, Matt.
It's my pleasure.
Do you love our morning little shtick here?
Yeah, I mean, I was
honest.
listening. I was like having a hard time biting my tongue. I wanted to chime in.
Are
I don't
you-
want to talk about cocktails.
are you in
I
the
wanna talk
league?
About, I'm actually on Raya.
Oh,
Oh.
awesome. What's your
I
experience? then?
knew it.
I agree. It is pretty hoity-toity. A lot of the girls probably, I don't know if they're real. Like,
Yeah.
not every single person in the world is like super beautiful.
Yeah.
Are they all
It's
like
like-
Instagram models?
Yeah, they're all like, I'm a model actress and
Yeah.
I love like
Ugh.
being healthy.
Oh, God.
I sell fit tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
sell
fit
fit
tea.
tea.
Yeah.
Stop it with
I
that.
eat those gummy bears that help my hair.
So do you go on dates on Raya?
I've gone
And
on a
have
couple
you?
actually.
Have.
I've gone on a couple, and some of the I've met a couple people that are pretty cool. But like
Right.
you were saying, like it match all the time, and then it's
Yeah.
just like some nonsense.
So do you? I mean, are the ones that you finally pick, are they good quality though, or I mean?
Yeah, I mean a lot of the women on there, like they're like you can like put a little tagline about yourself, and it'll be like not a model. It's like, oh yeah, I like you.
Hilarious.
Just to like clarify, I'm not a model.
That's
No,
so
I don't.
funny.
Not every single one of my pictures is like perfect.
So is that more attractive to you when you see that tagline? You're like, okay, I'm going to dig deeper into this woman.
Yeah.
Awesome, I love it.
'Cause he
Nothing
doesn't-
against like being a model or an actress or
But
an artist or
yeah,
something. You know?
but in Los Angeles, I think it's overwhelming when you see all the profiles like that. So you stand out when you see something that's different.
Yeah.
ugly.
Awesome. Okay, Matt.
Someone that's not as pretty.
No, they can be pretty and not be a model, Matt.
good heart.
I know.
All right, so I'm sorry it's confusing. We have two Matts here on the show today. So we're just going to say, hey, you, in the
Yeah.
corner, and that's you. Okay. But Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're
you.
super... okay. We're super excited to have you here because we have a lot of questions for you. So, I mean, first of all, I'm gonna go down... Should I read your profile?
Hey.
Matt Seigel's a cocktail chemist that got his start in the music biz and quickly became a
You're a
Grammy-listed songwriter and producer. As his star behind the turntables rose, so does his reputation for inventing a different type of composition, mixed libations. Despite no prior training, Matt landed...
Yes, you did.
This is your publicist. Don't worry. This is not you. But despite no prior training, Matt landed at the #1 world-ranked 11 Madison Park in New York. So that's an awesome feat. And let me see. He moved onto bartending and played major roles in the creation of the seasonally rotating bar menus at both 11 Madison and the sister bar restaurant, The Nomad. So that's awesome stuff. I mean,
That's a pretty amazing place.
yeah.
11 Madison Park is unbelievable.
What was the experience like? I mean, first of all, just getting in there and creating some of these cocktails.
I loved it. I mean, as you mentioned, like I was in the music industry for a long time as
Yeah.
a songwriter and a record producer, which is why like I can sympathize with some of the artists on Raya.
Yeah.
Because we're all, but like that whole world, I always like secretly wanted to kind of open a bar. Like, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to go kind of do that. And then when I had an opportunity to go to New York and work at EMP, like who's going to say no to that?
Yeah. And what was the thing? Were you always like, as you, throughout life, were you always like experimenting with like cocktails?
Always, all the time at home. It was just like
Yeah.
for fun, because I got sick of just like drinking rum and coke.
Yeah.
I was like, there's got to be more to this, and so I just started, like studying and kind of teaching myself. And then when I got there and got to like really learn from,
Yeah.
I feel confident saying like some of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And got to like actually learn how to apply what I was kind of teaching myself to how it actually works. It all just sort of came together, and actually it has a lot of similarities to songwriting, which I think helped me a lot. I always liken it to, like, I kind of started making music is in like hip hop and sampling and drum machines and moving on to like electronic music, which is all just like mathematics essentially, like simple math. If you can count to 4, then like you can do it, But that idea of like sampling and taking pieces, so like a little bit of some here and here and here and putting it together, and that's kind of how a lot of electronic music makers and hip hop producers like make beats.
Yeah.
And so my background in that, I think, allowed me to like translate into making cocktails, because it's the same thought. It's like, oh, you need a little bit of acid and a little bit of sugar and a little bit of this spirit and that spirit, and you put it all together, and instead of putting it in your ear, you put it in your mouth, and it's like, I don't know, it's like the same part of the brain to me.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I feel like, Shawn, you took me to a bar recently, and it was like there was a lot of mixologists there. And I loved it. It was like the best drinks. And what are some things, Matt, that people just don't know about mixologists that they have to understand about the craft that they have?
I think the thing that a lot of people don't really understand about what's happening behind the bar, or like the drink that they're ordering or that they want to drink, is like, to have something right, it's all about balance.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are, especially in this town, are like, I don't want anything sweet, so I'll just have like a mojito with no sugar, or a
Vodka soda.
vodka soda, or a skinny margarita, no agave. And it's like, I'm not putting sugar in the drink because I'm like trying to make you fat.
Right.
It's like, it's about balance. Like, acid from the whatever citrus is going in there has to be evened out with a little bit of sugar, for like, without trying to get too nerdy, it's about like texture and mouthfeel, and it feels like, balanced. And so I think that's, people see like, oh, you're putting like a million things in this drink, like, why is it taking so long? And I don't just like
I've been with those girls.
Yeah.
And guys.
And I don't want to sit for 15 minutes and wait for a cocktail either.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
But there's a
but
lot
that is what's
on.
going on. It's just like, there is a little bit of balance there. Are there some places that like take themselves way too seriously, and there's all kinds of nonsense going on, and they've got like 15 ingredients in a drink, and like no one really gives a shit? Like, yeah, tons of places.
I don't
like
care if you light a match on my drink.
Yeah, like, I don't care.
I've had that before. So what we were talking about, like, what drinks say about people, and I was talking to everybody prior to the show, and I want. Do you think that a drink that a person orders says a lot about their personality?
I guess you could, sure. I mean, yeah. Yes.
Someone's go-to.
Are you asking if I judge? No. I don't.
No, I mean, we don't judge. I have, a tequila sunrise friend. I have a, what is it? Adios motherfucker friend. I have all of those people, but I feel like those people are specific personalities. Is there like a drink that you're just like, oh, that person's trouble that they order?
Yeah, adios motherfucker.
Or shots.
That person's like on a mission. They went to the bar for one
to
specific
get wasted.
reason. Yeah.
What are some other drinks that kind of stand out to you that kind of says a lot about that person's personality?
I mean, look, you could judge on just about anything, like the vodka sodas or the.
What does a vodka soda say about someone? Because I know someone that loves those.
They're watching their weight, probably.
It could be that. It could be like, I don't really care. I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to taste anything. Like, I don't like the way things taste. I just want it to like taste like water.
Yeah, I hate flavor.
Give me a flavorless drink, vodka soda.
I hate vodka soda people.
Interesting.
All right, sometimes I
David
drink a
loves
vodka
No,
soda.
I judge them because it's like you obviously are on one mission, and that's to like
Get
look like you're
skinny.
having fun. Or
No,
get skinny.
sometimes I just usually when I go to the bar, I'm like ordering like drinks for everyone. I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to tell the bartender 10 million things plus a fancy drink, but that's my thing.
I'll admit when I like am not drinking, I'll just drink gin and soda.
See,
That's my like,
that's
I'm not
good.
drinking drink.
What should someone
'Cause
drink if
I
they
feel hydrated.
don't want? Oh, you feel hydrated. I was gonna say if they don't want to just get a massive headache, like what? Gin.
No
I know
sugar,
it's like
right?
body
It's
type, but
the like whole misconception about like you get a headache and a hangover and all these things from different spirits. It's not the spirit. It's like the other stuff that's in the drink. So if you're drinking a vodka cranberry, like that cranberry juice that comes from a bottle or from a gun, like has tons of sugar in it. And that sugar is not only going to get you more drunk faster, but that's what's going to cause you to get that headache in the morning and dehydrate you even more. So like sweet mixed drinks.
Mm-hmm.
If you have
It's like a lemon drop martini.
if you have a lemon drop martini or like shots of vodka, the lemon drop martini is going to get you more drunk than the shots of vodka,
I believe that.
But you'll feel worse in the end.
and you'll feel worse in the end.
Ooh,
No more lemon drops for you, Matt.
that is.
So is it possible to get a good cocktail drink without the sugar? Because I know for the to balance it out, you have to have a little bit of sugar, right?
Sure. Yeah, the best way to go about something like that is if you get a drink that doesn't have citrus, it also probably won't have sugar because it doesn't need to balance that like super tart, acidic flavor.
Acidic, yeah.
Drinks that are stirred drinks usually just only have alcohol, like things like a Negroni or a Manhattan or an Old Fashioned or things like that, where they're called spirit forward, meaning there's no juice, there's no sugar, there's no like mixer, for lack of a better word. It's just alcohol. You're just mixing different spirits together, and getting that flavor. So it's definitely more boozy. It's all booze.
I love it.
And yeah, you don't have to worry about there being sugar in it, but they're slightly more aggressive form of drink.
So you'll be drunk faster.
There you go.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
So, Matt, you've worked behind the bar, and I assume that you have experienced a lot of crazy things on that end. I always wonder about this, too, because sometimes I'll see, like, a girl crying at the bar or a guy, like, talking about, like, he just got dumped or, like, angry or something. What is some of the craziest things you've kind of witnessed? Like, even guys, like, hitting on girls. Like, what's the craziest things you've seen?
I will say that I'm fortunate to have worked in,
Some
as we were
classy
talking
places.
about earlier, some classy places where some things like that don't go down. But I've definitely been in some places where there's people who want to maybe be paid for their time.
Oh.
So those are always really fun, and trying to figure out
Davina.
Yeah,
what's
Davina
going
was
down.
Interesting. Okay.
I didn't say, you guys were
I'm
talking about it
I'm
earlier.
just
Do you like
flattered
to
everyone thinks
insert
people
yourself
pay
in
me.
those situations to like really get a handle on what's going on here?
It depends how
'Cause I like that.
how much fun I want to have that night,
Yeah.
or how busy we are. If we're super busy, it's like that's just gonna work itself
Yeah.
out.
Oh my God, that's so
So
funny.
Let's see how drunk I can get said person. I would never do that at a classy place, though.
What's some of the like worst pickup lines you've heard guys use at a bar?
I haven't heard a ton of like super horrible ones. Just the way that like people try to send a drink over. Like sometimes
yeah.
that's just like kind
Does
of
that work?
It breaks the ice, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it like is some sort of distraction, and yeah, it's usually just like, especially if it's a louder sort of place, or it's like
Yeah.
a nightclub kind of place, or places that are like a little more bustling, and you're trying to like talk over the music. Like that's always just like
Yeah.
the worst anyway, and you're trying to like yell at someone in their face, and you just there's that moment when like the song is transitioning, or like it kind of dips down, and you hear these like ridiculous
Yeah.
things being said to people, and it's super loud, and that's always a really fun, awkward moment for everyone involved.
Well, and then speaking of that too, what in your opinion is the best way to get a bartender's attention too?
I can tell you the worst way.
What's the
tell us
worst?
Oh,
There's a certain hip hop artist who frequents Delilah, whose name I will not mention, and it's probably not who you're thinking of.
Tell us later.
No, I'll tell you later. It's, like, because of this, like I never liked said person's music before, but after I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna make
Justin
sure that
Bieber.
no one ever buys this person's. It was not Justin Bieber.
Okay.
I'll
guess
this
later.
person's music's way worse than Justin's.
like-
Justin's music's actually pretty good.
So what did they
But
do?
they took out their phone and turned on the flashlight and
No.
shined it in the person's eyes.
Oh my
No.
God.
That is like maybe the most
That's the-
insanely rude thing I've ever seen.
That's not
I
just
didn't
like
even
poor
know.
tactic. That's just rude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, well that's number one.
That one, don't do that.
Noted.
Don't like take out $1 and start like waving it in the
I've
air,
seen people
'cause,
do
like,
that.
One, it's a
Really?
fucking $1.
I've seen people do that.
What if it's 100? Would that have a
Then
different
you
effect?
can have a
Yeah,
drink.
then
Yeah,
you-
yeah,
Got it.
You can have as many vodka sodas as you want.
Is that
That's it.
respectable though? If you wave 100 and go, "Hey guy, here's the 100."
Respectable? No. Will
Okay.
a bartender take it? Probably.
Yeah, I would too. Shit.
Because you're saying I'm more important than these people.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
also
Not
it's a little.
respectable.
Pay attention to me.
So what's a respectable way to get your attention? A good way.
wait.
Tip of the hat.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I
make eye contact.
Unbutton my
It's
shirt.
yeah, I mean that'll probably work.
Sure.
What did you say, Matt?
I've done the thing.
Unbutton your shirt
Matt's like shirtless
in the right bars.
Take off your panties and throw them across the bar.
Davina's done that. I'm just kidding.
Why does everyone think I'm so...
The custom.
Oh, my.
I've done the thing, Matt, where I on my first round I'll tip a lot so that
They'll
know who
remember.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely works.
Okay.
That depending on who took care of you, that should work. It's like a sign of like, hey, like I'm gonna probably be back here.
Yeah.
Remember me.
Remember me.
you
That's
know?
what I think.
Yeah.
I always try to get their
What's a
name.
lot, by the way? So if and when you go to a place that's Matt is very excited for this
Good question.
So when you go to a place that serves high end drinks and the drinks are $15 to $20 a pop,
Yeah.
do you?
Or if you're just in West Hollywood.
or if you're just in West Hollywood,
Yeah.
do you think it's appropriate to tip based on the amount of drinks made or on the price of the drink?
That is a very debatable question. I think that is more up to the guest as like how you feel about it. So if you want me to justify it from the bar's perspective or the bartender's perspective, if you go eat somewhere and you're eating at let's say like
sure.
a fine dining place, you're probably going to tip 20% on
Right.
that meal, even if the meal is $300,
Right.
because you
Yeah.
feel like you got taken care of by the server and the food is delicious and all these sort of things. That tip is only going to the server, right? Kitchen's not really getting any of that money, which is a whole other discussion that I won't get into. But so similarly then, if you're at a bar and you're at a place that's really making these beautiful craft drinks and blah, 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 if you get 2 drinks, and a lot of times the mindset, if you're at like a dive bar, it's like, I got 2 drinks, here's $2.
Yeah.
Fine.
Right.
Totally. If you do that, if you're paying $20 for a drink and then you pay, $1 for a tip, that bartender, you're basically telling that person, if you want to think about it this way, if you were to pay a server 20% on something that all they did was theoretically bring you food.
Right.
They might have been super sweet and knowledgeable and
Sure.
hospitable and all of those things. But someone behind a bar is taking your order, is now also is the chef as well as creating the dish for you, then serving it to you and being super hospitable, all like in a matter of a couple of minutes. So they're
And
doing,
processing
they're
your
doing
payment.
everything.
Yeah. And processing your payment
They're doing
too.
everything
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And taking care of all of your friends. So if
Right.
you want to think about it from that perspective, it's like that bartender is the whole restaurant is
Right.
equal
Your whole
to a
experience.
chef and
Yeah.
a server and all of those things.
So be better, people.
If you want to think about it like that.
Great perspective.
That's a really good perspective. Absolutely.
I will not. Yeah, but if it's a vodka soda, it's $1. Okay. Just kidding.
Yeah, but if it's a mojito,
Whoa! Get out of
I
here.
love it.
All right, Matt, we have one more quick question for you because we're almost out of time here. So we've all been talking about how, we're trying to make these bars at our homes and impress people. I just got a bar cart when I got married, so I'm like, I want to stock this thing and impress people. Shawn impressed me when I went to his house recently, and he was showing me all these things he's collected and all these fun stirs and shakers that he's got. It was pretty
Yeah.
impressive. My pennies dropped that night. Thank you very much.
it worked. It worked.
Yeah, I was a sure thing. So what though, for all the guys and girls that are out there and assume that if you put Fireball in your arsenal of liquors, that's okay. I don't think that's okay.
No.
I bought a round of Fireball for us friends last night. So
But
perfectly
what does a
fine.
good bar have? Like if you're stocking your bar at home, give us, a couple things that every guy or girl should have in their bar.
sure.
Ice.
Ice is
Okay,
that's the
cool.
most important part of everything.
And like the legal kind.
Yeah. Definitely lots of mint. No, I think the most important thing is like knowing what you like. I think that's
Yeah.
a big issue with like, I don't know what to order at the bar. I don't, or that's why maybe I drink a vodka soda, which like you can't hate on vodka sodas. I sound like I'm hating on them.
It's okay.
Davina.
No.
They pay the bills. But knowing what you like, so say like, okay, I like mojitos and I really like vodka and I want to like start to maybe learn about whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
So get that bottle of vodka. You know that you can do whatever you want with it. Do whatever sort of stuff you have in your fridge, you can make something.
Okay.
Most likely, right? If you got some pineapple juice or you just got lime juice or club soda, cranberry juice, whatever, right? You can make some. that rum, you gotta like if you think about it as in like other things you can do with it. So with that rum, you can make a mojito. You could do like a Cuba Libre. You can make
Cuba
delicious
Libres.
daiquiris, or put in a blender with some sugar and fruit and coconut, whatever, pineapple. Make some pina coladas, like.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, I want to start learning about whiskey. So ask a friend or, call me up. Ask like your bartender. Like most bartenders are pretty nice if they're not, slammed and douchey.
So ask people for their recommendations
Yeah.
on the best kind of.
Yeah, or like something that's like not going to break your bank. It's like, oh, I want to learn about bourbon. So
Yeah.
it's like, because I'm a bourbon. I'm a bro.
I'm a cowboy.
Yeah, like I think like there's tons of like super delicious bourbons that are around like $20, and you can like
Bullet.
try it out. Bullet's fine. I
Yeah.
really like Buffalo Trace or like Eagle Rare. Like those are like classic Kentucky bourbons.
Yeah.
And then just start to like play around with it. Don't be scared to just like drink it on its own. Learn what it tastes like, and then like think about other like simple classic cocktails that you can do with that. It's like, oh, okay,
Start
well,
with the basics. Learn how to
start
make
with
the
the basics. That's what we always teach, and that's how I was always taught. Is like you got to learn. It's like anything, right? You got to learn your history. You got to like learn the roots of the tree before you can start just like
Yeah.
picking fruit.
Don't go for the crazy big kind. Start with the basics. Learn how to make a dirty martini first.
Yeah, learn how to make a martini. Teach yourself how to make like a Negroni. It's the easiest drink ever. It's
Old
just, like,
fashioned.
all equal parts. Learn how to make an old fashioned or a Manhattan, and you'll see like if you want to make a Manhattan and a Negroni, those both have sweet vermouth. You can get one bottle of sweet vermouth, and that'll like you can make different drinks from that.
Well, thank you so much, Matt, for being on our show today. We've learned a lot about things we should and shouldn't do. To find out more about Matt, head to our website, finding-cupid.com. Matt has also made a really awesome cocktail for us. It's called the Fall Classic. So for any of you that want to impress with one of Matt's recipes, head to finding-cupid.com, head to our blog, and you can see Matt's exclusive recipe for us. And that way you can impress a ton of people. Again, Matt, thank you so much for
Oh, it's
coming
my
on.
pleasure.
We truly
thank
appreciate
you.
you being here. And until next Sunday, as always, head to findingcupid.com and please subscribe to our podcast, download it for free on iHeartRadio and iTunes. So until then, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bourbon.
Bourbon.